Libra, feeling emotionally discontent about a relationship in your life. So let's get into the details of your cards this week. Okay, Libra, you had the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Sun, and the Empress come out first. So I can see that there's an energy of being regretful of the past or something that's happened in the past that has caused some competition and disagreement. And I believe this is in a connection because the lovers crossed that energy for you. Um, Maybe there's some regret from having someone else in the relationship at some point, right? With the Five of Wands coming out, because the Five of Wands is all about competition with others, right? Now, this could also be, you know, that the past and the regret is causing internal conflict in this connection. But regardless, I can see you feeling bad for what happened in the past, causing this conflict between the two of you, right? Um, and I can see that the relationship, is one that is full of emotional happiness and contentment and joy. It's a lovely connection because the lovers and the Ten of Cups came out as a pair. And so that tells me that this connection is a very good, solid, beautiful connection. But clearly there was something, that happened in the past that is causing you to feel sad. It's causing you to feel regret. You're looking back at the past like, why did I do that? You know, um, but the energy moving to the Sun and the Empress tells me that, like, there is a new beginning here, right? There is a fresh start. There is clarity and beauty being shown, or shined, sorry, shined onto this connection and the relationship, right? And the Empress being the last card of this set, excuse me, tells me that there is like nurturing going on. So I think with this energy that you're in, you're trying to nurture this relationship, right? You're trying to, um, just put time and energy into it is the feeling that I get. Like trying to be sweeter, trying to be more thoughtful. Like you're trying to nurture that connection, right? And I think that's why the Sun is out, because it's showing that, like, you feel regretful for what happened in the connection, but there is a new beginning coming, and there is like a lot of joy there and happiness because you're trying to care. You're trying to put more effort into it, right? With the Empress being there. Um, the Four of Cups came out separate from all of this. I think you personally right now are a little bit emotionally discontent. Um, and I don't think it has to do with the connection. I think that's just your energy. I think that you, like, what is being offered to you currently, you're not emotionally happy with, right? Because the Four of Cups is about emotional discontentment and not being happy with, what is currently being given to you. It's also an energy of like being bored. It's an energy of like not seeing what is there, because traditionally it's a guy who has cups in front of him and then there's a cup sitting there. So it's like you're not paying attention to what's right there, and you're choosing to look at what you're not happy with. And so I think, your emotional discontentment, I think, is personal, but it could also be, connected to your relationship. It could be that, like, you're not happy with where it's at, so that's why you're wanting to work on it because you feel regretful for what's been done, and I can see that you're wanting to work on it. Your overall energy is the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about working. It's all about building something, working hard and putting in effort into something. So I do believe you're trying to work on this emotional discontentment. And the emotional discontentment could also be in the connection. There could be some emotional discontentment between the two of you, and that's what you're trying to work on, right? So let's see if there's anything else coming out for you this week, Libra. Anything else coming out for Libra this week? Anything else coming out for Libra? Okay, let's see. Yeah, so the Sun card was crossed by the Apprentice of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Devil. So I think, what's happening is you want this new beginning, right? And you want a new start in the connection, but there's some emotional confusion that happens, right? There's some mental fog that is happening, and it's possibly around like, you know, stopping this cyclical thought pattern, right? So when we're in a bad connection, we tend to continuously think about the things that went wrong, right? I can see you thinking about it here. And doing that keeps us stuck in that energy. And I know it's hard to like move past stuff in a connection with someone, and it's hard to not think about it, right? When it wasn't ideal for either party. But I will say, I think that's what's keeping, it in this pattern, right? And I can see, with your overall being the Champion of Wands, you're wanting to move away from that. You're wanting to head towards, being passionate, being more, charismatic towards your partner. Maybe you wanted to take them on more dates and just be sweet on them, right? And so I think what Spirit is trying to say with keeping you in this cycle, right, is that mental fog. It is thinking about all the if and buts, so what's this and that, right? And I think for you, I think you should just keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, you're trying to work on this connection. I know it might be mentally confusing and cause some mental fog sometimes, but I think, if you really want to make it work with this person, like I can see that the connection is a very beautiful connection. It is one of happiness and joy. It is a beautiful union. And, it's, if you want to make it work, you're going to make it work. I know it takes both parties, but sometimes it takes more effort from one person than the other. It depends on what happens with you guys. But yeah, that's what I have for you this week, Libra. If that message resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate the support, and have an awesome day. Bye.